I like this film a lot. A few days ago, I went to the cinema with another film in mind, but only upon arrival did I realize that the film wasn't showing until next week, so feeling disappointed, and since I was already at the cinema, I decided to watch whatever film they were showing. The film that I picked was Okiku and the World, and what a pleasant surprise this film was. Welcome back to my channel, travelers. I hope you're doing well wherever you are. Today I would like to share with you a surprising little find that I believe more people should check out, if you're able to come across it or find a copy of it. Okiku and the World. Okiku and the World is a beautiful, aesthetic looking film that manages to transport you back to Japan's Edo period and combines sewage humor, yes you heard me right, with a very gentle romance and how all it takes is a single moment to humble you, with crisp and precise cinematography that elicits a feeling of the past, lovable and likable characters, and a story that is engaging to watch. Okiku in the World makes for a very pleasant and easy viewing, and shows how positivity is everything. Although a great watch overall, I did find the first half to go overboard with its potty humor, but the last half does make up for it when a more serious storyline is introduced. Directed by Junji Sakamoto, who's known for his unconventional tales, which sometimes may not appeal to all audiences, like for example, the overuse of sewage humor. I still believe this fun, playful film is enough to keep audiences engaged, as after all, it is a beautiful watch. Let's start with a brief synopsis. A young lady, Okiku, who comes from a decent family background, slowly finds herself attracted to a manure man, a person who collects manure and sells it to a farmer for a living. Within the first frame, I was intrigued and also disgusted, as the first frame shows a man scooping manure from a sewer. That imagery is so vivid that it is hard to shake off, but it is a great introduction to the harsh life our character has to go through every day for a living. You feel the repulsiveness, you feel every bit of it, to the point you can almost smell the manure slithering through the screen. And that is pretty much the first half of the film, mixed with poop humor, adding a lighter touch to all the nauseating imagery. Still pretty nasty though. For the first half of the film, I did enjoy some of the crude and eccentric humor, and it delivered a few good laughs when it comes to the poop and farting jokes, but as the first half progressed, I did find the manure storyline and poop jokes to be overdone. It didn't need 30 minutes of jokes about someone's fart and bowel movements, and I sure did not need to vividly hear someone pooping. At this point, some viewers may be turned off, but do stick around as when the third segment begins, it incorporates a more serious storyline. I enjoyed the last half a lot more, and I became more invested in the film. The last half was definitely a better watch as there is more of a story, and it ties up the beginning of the film beautifully, as you watch our main character, Okiku, go through a transformation. The transformation made me feel happy and positive. I'm not going to say more or tell you what happens, as that is for you to find out. The characters in this film are also very likable. They all carry an exuberant liveliness that makes it hard not to enjoy the presence whenever they are on screen. Like for example, our two main leads, Yasuke and Chuji, who even though having to maneuver buckets of excrement for a living, they still manage to find positive energy and deliver on their potty jokes, while being looked down upon by society. But my favorite character has to be Okiku, as you watch a realistic transformation of her character. When we are first introduced to her, we find her standing underneath a gutter to shelter her from the pouring rain. Next to her stands Yasuke and Chuji. You can clearly see her detested by their presence and wants them to scurry away as quickly as possible. But after a certain event, a transformation of her character is seen, and she does so well in playing the characters both before and after. One who looks down on the two men due to her social barrier, the other who is humbled and lets go of social rank to pursue happiness. She was so good that I felt like two different actresses. The side characters were all straightforward and easy to follow and distinguish, while displaying their personality even within a short amount of screen time. The cinematography here is also top notch. The black and white cinematography is so vivid and alive that you can almost feel every scoop and splat of the manure whenever Yasuke and Chuji are on the job. But what it does best was able to take you back in time and place you there in person. The film follows the characters for a year, and we watch as the season changes. Through the cinematography alone, I was able to feel the change in weather and the season, as every frame breathes life. So for an hour and a half, I felt like I spent a year living with the characters, while being able to watch them grow and change. The cinematography is no doubt both beautiful and repugnant at the same time. That's what makes it so real. Although it may leave you repulsed, it also allows you to appreciate the beauty of life, and slow down in an attempt to find happiness. Okiku in the World is a great watch, as it is rich with life, making it a very human watch. But this is also thanks to its stunning and mesmerizing cinematography, which captures the beauty and harshness of life, allowing me to live with the characters for a year. This is combined with lively acting, a strong female lead, and a beautiful story that shows that sometimes letting go of what's holding you back can allow you to find who you are and happiness. So if you're able to find a screening of this, or a Blu-ray, as apparently some countries have already released a Blu-ray version of it, give it a watch, as there is a lot to like about it. Well, minus the extended amount of toilet humor. Have you seen Okiku in the World? Do you plan to see it? If you did, what did you think of it? Comment below and let me know. And as always, subscribe for your next travel ticket.